Welcome, everybody, to Monday night. This is Miracle Mondays with our patching podcast. I'm Tracy Flintoff, joined with Joy Markham, Cami Bredko, Joyce Heather. The whole gang's here. We're excited. We're so happy to have you. And if you're new and someone invited you, we hope at the end of this you're going to thank them because your future self will thank you when we share what we know. Because it certainly made a difference in all of our lives. So it's become our passion and our fun to get to share this with people. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And what we're going to talk about tonight is something pretty fantastic because some of you might be able to relate with this picture. And we always hope that not many of you do. I know Bruce certainly did yesterday, and you're going to hear from him in just a little bit with our testimonial. But if you relate to any of these pictures, you don't have the energy you once had, you're tired, you feel sick, you might be living in pain, we're here with good news. It doesn't have to stay that way. What we're talking about tonight is looking at things differently than just treating illness. We are going futuristic here, and we're talking about more taking preventative measures like unlocking the body's innate ability to heal itself. The body was really designed to do that. So, way back when, these pharmaceuticals and stuff didn't exist, right? People lived, they figured it out. So, what we're talking about tonight is tapping into Mother Nature's resources to give us our best life, wellness, energy, happiness, and joy. We're not just talking physical health, we're talking mental and emotional. Pretty powerful because that sunlight, when you don't have it, you feel the lack of it, right? I know I do living up here in the Northwest in the winter. I daydream about going to the sun. Cami has this Hawaii background tonight, and she's pretending to be in the sun because it's healing. It does so much good for the body. But before we get rolling, our standard medical disclaimer, none of us are medical professionals. We're not going to diagnose or treat anybody tonight. We always want you to consult with your medical professionals. And our products are classified by the FDA as wellness products. And the content we're going to share with you is really for your learning, your information purposes only. And we have a website, harmonypatching.com. We go a little bit quick on this, but if you really want to know how does this work, how would I get started, that's a helpful website to help you really learn the most. But what we want to talk about is a real life situation that every human on this planet faces. I don't care where you live, Dubai, Eatonville, Washington. We all have stem cells, and that's what helps generate that little baby body when it's in mama's tummy. Those stem cells are the amazing cells that build, repair, and prevent. And the reality is, as we get older, we lose those cells. And then we start to have issues in our memory isn't what it was. And we might get aches and pains. And the energy we once had might be, vanishing. And we look in the mirror, maybe we don't like what we see. But I'm here with good news because whether you're looking for better sleep or just improve mental clarity or you want to balance that metabolism out, these cells are what do all of that for us. Sad reality, when you're 30, you've lost half of them already. That's Mother Nature's bell curve design. When we're 60, we've lost almost all of them. And when we're 80, we've got like 2% left. But we're here with good news because we're talking about a groundbreaking use of phototherapy, photo being light. And it is helping your body's powerhouses, the cells for energy, focus, performance, endurance, recovery, prevention. They can come back. So years ago, medicine, hospitals knew this. They knew the power of light. They had solariums on a lot of our hospitals. And they used to wheel those hospital beds out into the courtyard to help get fresh air and light because they knew it was very medicinal for their patients. But sadly, those days are gone, and we aren't treating people in that manner any longer. But what we are talking about is the use of light to make change in the body. And practitioners all around the world have been using light in many different ways. So you've probably heard of red light therapy. And red light therapy is powerful because it's light making change. Lasers, MRIs, infrared saunas, this is all powerful. And the big word's called photobiomodulation. That just means using light to make change in the body naturally. There's no injections, there's no medications, there's nothing invasive, nothing painful. Putting on a band-aid, if you can do that, you can do this and regenerate your own dormant repair cells that I said, those are the cells that keep us young and we lose them. But we have a game changer, and it's called a wearable light technology created by a company in San Diego 21 years ago called LifeWave. The flagship product is called X39 because it brings back your dormant repair cells. So those are those cells that can repair damage. They can prevent, and they do amazing things in the brain and in the heart and digestive tract. But this company is very special, very unique. It is patented. They have got the world's most powerful product in the world for body regeneration, rejuvenation, living your best life. Here's the sad reality for us in America. Our big pharma puts a lot of pressure on our FDA. So we don't really know about it, but here's the reality. These athletes that have become household names, Michael Phelps won all those medals in Beijing, Mike Tyson, Tom Brady. Tom Brady says he could have never played NFL football so late in his career without these little miracle makers. Serena and Venus Williams, they love to wear them on their wrists. Is there any coincidence that they happen to have the strongest serve known to man, right? Nobody can return those girls' serves, right? Secret of their success comes in the form of this powerhouse little patch. Kansas City Chiefs, the year they won the Super Bowl, they were all patched up by this company in the locker room before they went out there on the field. Powerful. But in 2019, history was made when David Schmidt, our inventor, figured out how to bring back those dormant repair cells. And that was a game changer. And that's when they decided, gee, we should let some other people know about these amazing products that, are still the best kept secret 21 years later. That's why we do this. If we didn't tell you, odds are you're not going to know. And that's a shame. But when we activate our own repair cells, we are reducing inflammation and pain. Those two go hand in hand. Wound support, we start to see things heal much more readily. Energy, vitality. You're going to see some pictures and you're going to see what I'm talking about. We get better skin and we recover quicker after exercise. But for me, this gave me back my brain at a time when I was going through the change of life cycle with hormone imbalance, and I thought I had Alzheimer's. And very quickly, my brain came back. But the beautiful thing, no drugs, no chemicals, no side effects. There's no stimulants. And we never have to ask what meds someone's on because nothing's entering the bloodstream. And that is really powerful. But we have a real quick little video here, and I think it's really lovely done and helps you to understand what this patch looks like, where we place it on the body. So please take a listen.
Trace, there's no sound.
Oh, no, not again. Thank you. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm not going to mess this up. I need to hit share sound when I go to do this. There we go. All righty, we're going to start this over.
As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHK-Cu, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy for improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being, with the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, Levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that can support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.
Pretty incredible stuff. And when you get to experience it for yourself, it's a game changer, life-changing. We have got on our website a science section because we have some people who really love to dig into data and they want to know patents and they want to know clinical trial data. And it's all here on the website. There's 90 clinical trials done all around the globe. My personal favorite section is age reversal with GHK copper peptide. And that is the fountain of youth peptide. And peptides are all the rage right now. People are spending a lot of money on synthetic peptides. Those, you really can't fool Mother Nature. The body knows different, right? Melatonin out of a jar or your own melatonin that comes from a gland in your brain. You can't trick it. So what we're working with here is our own natural peptides that we have in our body. And it's just radically different. And again, patented, only place in the world you're going to get something like this is this company. Here's our website, Harmony Patching. And if you go to this science section on that top bar and you drop down, you're going to see where you can access all those goodies.
Let's see.
And my personal favorite study they did is the cardiovascular study, because after 6 weeks of wearing that X39, so that's that master repair cell regenerator, the average participant lowered their cardiovascular age on average about 8 weeks. So that is taking the heart and making it better, stronger, and boosting functionality. There's nothing that does that. And pretty empowering because every day you wear it, your heart is a day and a third younger. I mean, who's here's that kind of stuff. They also did a study on the brain. And this was my personal other favorite one because this was me. I was having serious issues. I was not a 77-year-old woman with dementia, but I was in my mid 50s and I thought I had Alzheimer's because I had so much inflammation and swelling in my brain, slowing down blood flow, but it was impairing my cognition. I couldn't remember names. I couldn't look at spreadsheets. I retired from my job because of a brain condition similar to this. But this lady, in 3 weeks of wearing the X39 on the back of her neck, now mind you, she wears this 12 hours on, 12 hours off. It doesn't need to be the same 12 hours. It's any 12 hours. It can be during the day and during the night. Whatever works for your body, and that you prefer. But look at what happens after 3 weeks. That hot brain becomes a cooler brain. The body is working on it. And that's a point I always like to make on this slide. And I think it's a beautiful illustration. The patch is not making this change. It's the body that makes the change. The patch was simply signaling. So you can think of this patch kind of like the remote control relationship to the TV, right? The patch talks to the body through frequency. Now, the conclusion of this study was at session 3, that's 6 weeks. And this lady has now a beautifully, perfectly balanced brain. And she got her checkbook back and her keys back from her grandkids because she was worthy of them again, right? So living a better life. And what we're talking about here is age reversal. And that's really different than what we hear a lot in the media. You hear anti-aging skin cream and this, that, and the other. That would be stopping where you are. But if you're grandpa dude here, like Dr. Harmon, and this is the doctor coming here to Tacoma on Saturday, he and an oncology doctor are helping to put on an event. And I so hope anybody in town that you join us. It's going to be amazing. And he goes from looking like grandpa dude to hot dude, but big things happened in the process. It's not just about beauty. This is a man with a changed heart. He had a heart at birth that had a blockage and it resolved. And then this lady here goes from looking like grandma to looking like granddaughter. Pretty amazing. But what it does for interior things in the body, like spine health, is incredible. On the left image here, bulging discs, degenerative spinal cord, the indentations, that pain, bone on bone term, right? Nobody wants that. But here's that same patient, no injections, no surgery, no meds. With the power of light, that body got the right signaling to regenerate with collagen and regenerate that. That's game changing. This young lady had the crooked spine, and look at it straightened out there about 4 weeks later. It does amazing things for skin and hair. It's tightening because it's not only bringing back our own collagen, that skin and the hair, it's also bringing back hyaluronic acid and helps recolor deformity, discoloration in the skin, fills in varicose veins, balances hormones. This young lady, I wish I'd had these when I was younger because I dealt with that my whole life. And look at her in 6 weeks. She has porcelain skin. But this is what I talk about vitality. These people, the before and the after, I think the afters are truly the definition of vitality. They're living a better life. The lady down here on the left, she was in an assisted living home for 7 years with searing pain. She couldn't even shower by herself. And in a couple months of using these patches, she gets better and better. She ends up saying, I'm out of here. She moves out of retirement center, buys a truck and an Airstream. She travels the nation now. She's living her best life. Anyway, she has a great video. I love her story. Autoimmune skin conditions, those resolve. Rapid repair of fast-growing cells. Incredible changes. It's not just skin deep, though. This is also prevention. So let's prevent those things that cause us to get cut on. Nobody wants that. This is a man who has changed his practice entirely. He used to be a conventional doctor with a whole team and high overhead. He's changed it up. He's living his best life, and he is a doctor remotely. He does everything telehealth, doing Zooms. And because of LifeWave, he can treat patients all around the world in 82 countries. He can have products sent to them in their own language, their own currency, and it takes care of whatever the body's dealing with. It's a game changer, and you're going to start hearing a lot more doctors because they're starting to figure this out. This is technology for the body. So this is futuristic stuff happening today. Pretty cool. And it's not just for us humans, it's for our fur babies too. Whether you have a racehorse that tore a ligament or a dog that's limping or a cat that has, fast growing cells, or I've helped so many of my friends with their pets. They almost get more excited, I'd say, about their pet recovery than their own. This is my friend's dog, Brutus. He had gone blind. You can see the white cataract eye with no pupil. That is him. He regained his vision. And he starts acting like a puppy over time because we're taking out, the cause of the arthritis and helping him balance his body. And my friend called me crying. She's like, you're not even going to believe Brutus. He's a different dog. But this is where I like to stop this. And we are going to have Bruce unmute so that, Bruce, you can tell everybody what you were dealing with yesterday. And it happened even before yesterday. But if you wouldn't mind sharing your story. Can you hit the unmute? Oh, I think you got it.
I think I got it. Audio. That wasn't too hard. Okay, yeah. My name is Bruce Rogenkamp, and that's my sister Joyce here talking to us also. And I'm going to tell you how we got started in this quickly, and then I'll tell you my story. But Tracy's husband, Eric, was having back aches, and he kept mentioning it to me, and I would tell him briefly what I knew about LifeWave and stem cell rejuvenation, and that can result in a lot of very good things, including getting rid of pain. And so he and Tracy came over to my house one night after they had tried a lot of different things, and I called up Joyce, and I was pretty new at this, so she instructed us on how and where to place the patches. And quite remarkably, Eric looked at me and he goes, this is incredible, but the pain had subsided, gone away in just a real short period of time. And a big smile came on his face. But about on Friday, I had a little injury where I fell and hurt my back, and now it was time for Eric and Tracy to repay the favor, and they offered to come over, and Tracy was going to give some of her wisdom on this, and place the patches where it was hurting, and so they did that, brought a little food for me because I was really disabled. I was laying on the couch, just total pain. I couldn't move really, and or get off the couch anyway. But to make a long story short, she placed some patches. I had called Joyce, and Joyce gave me some of her wisdom on placing X39s, like three of them, in a particular spot. And it's almost like it's three times the quickness or the results is what it amounts to. And people have had a lot of good results with doing this, multiple patches. But Tracy helped me place the LifeWave patches on my back, and we put three X39s on there. And within 15 minutes, I could feel the difference, and where I couldn't get up off the couch without almost yelling. It hurt so bad. I got up and walked into the kitchen with her, and it was pretty remarkable that seeing that proof and what had happened. So I got to experience it firsthand. What I was able to help Eric with 3 or 4 years previously, and that's kind of my story. And I'm doing a lot better today. It's been 3 days: Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It's been 2 or 3 days now since, and it's getting better and better every day. I put the patches on again today, and it's 12 hours on, 12 hours off. And so I'm doing that, and I'm using LifeWave X39s, Cartesian, glutathione, and just pulverizing myself with as much as I can. And 12 hours on, 12 hours off seems to be what they're instructing us to do. So
we're so happy that we could help you yesterday, because when we were talking to Bruce on the phone, he seriously thought he needed to go to the emergency room. He's like, I think I need you to come take me to the emergency room. And that's the last thing you want to do on a Sunday night. And I was like, oh no, we're not doing that. I'm figuring this out with these patches. And thankfully we did. So that's so fun when you can do that. And we
Thank you
thank
for
you.
going over there, Tracy. I had no idea you did. I was trying to do it by phone, but that's so hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Well, it was a
so
twofer. We brought him dinner. I cleaned his kitchen, got the dishwasher going. Yeah, he owes me.
cleaned up his house
hey,
too.
when you're in that much pain, you don't feel like doing anything.
No.
I mean,
Oh,
fixing myself something to eat. I hadn't eaten all day, and that was a
oh,
real blessing. I tell you, to
wow.
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
that. And
Thank you guys for
Well,
doing
thank
that.
you, Bruce, for sharing your story, because here's the reality, you guys. You're not going to learn about this from your doctors because they don't know about it yet. There's no pharmaceutical rep to educate them. So if you have somebody who cares about you enough to tell you about this, you're going to be left in the dark. And then when you have an injury like Bruce, you're going to be taking weeks and weeks to get to where Bruce got in 3 days, right? So
Yeah.
pretty powerful. So I'm going to turn this over to Joy now and let her walk you through how you can get your hands on what I call Miracle Maker patches.
Hi, everyone. So if you want to know where to get these, get back to the person who invited you. But let me tell you about the pricing and what you can do, and how they are. What we've been talking about primarily during this call has been the X39 repair cell patches. And you can get these for $149.95 for a 30-day supply. And that's retail, but we recommend and we like to help people get them wholesale. So that is a $99.95 for a 30-day supply. Next slide, please. And you can get the X39 and the X49 for that price. So these are the wholesale packages. The first one is the core, and that is for a single individual. It's a one-time $295. and you can get multiple sets of patches. Then there's the advanced. We recommend that for a couple or two people, and it's $535. The advanced plus is $975. So if you have a family, you'll get more patches. And if you're a practitioner or have a business, there's the $1750 premium pack. I also recommend, because consistency is the thing that we need with these patches. It took a while for our bodies to break down. It takes a while for our bodies to fully repair and heal. And so I recommend getting set up on a monthly subscription order so that you can continue to have the repair cell patches coming straight to your door. Because I don't know about you, but I forget that a month has gone by. And so I have like all my bills set up on automatic bill pay. And I love the monthly subscription order because it just automatically sends it to me. I don't have to worry about it or run out. Next slide, please. So here's a couple of ways that the core pack can be set up. This is with the X39, one package of those. And then what we have found with the 3.5 years of experience that Tracey, Cami, and I have done is that if you pair the X39, the repair cell one, with the Eon, which actually lowers inflammation in the body, they synergistically work together. Because if you have inflammation in your body, and most of us in today's society have chronic inflammation in our bodies, then the stem cell or the repair cells go towards fighting off that inflammation instead of repairing. So if we're able to lower our inflammation and then use the X39 repair cell patches, they actually will be able to go right to work. And also, Alleviate works really well with them as well. Alleviate is wonderful for producing collagen. It's wonderful for decalcifying the pineal gland. It helps with sleep. It helps lengthen telomeres, which telomeres are in direct correlation to the longevity of and health and quality of our lives. And this is another way that you can actually set up a core pack. If you're in chronic pain or you have acute pain, then the LifeWave is actually a pain blocker. It's a 2-patch system. There's 15 uses in each package, 30 patches because it's 2 patches per use, 2 patches per use, excuse me. And they are a phenomenal thing when you get them in the right place to interrupt the pain signal so that your body can use its energy on repair instead of on fighting that pain. Next slide, please. So right now, there is a special going on that if you are sharing to somebody else who signs up with advanced or higher package, advanced plus, or premium package, then you, as the sharer, will receive a free glutathione pack, which is an amazing thing. It's one of my favorite patches. So recently, probably 6-8 months ago, David Schmidt came out with Cellergize, which actually is what is needed for the building blocks of good cell creation. So in it is vitamins, minerals, nutrients that are needed for the daytime patch, so that you have all the materials in your body. You also need to put in water, of course. And that way your body can actually make and repair the cells that it needs to. So Cellergize Morning was created for the daytimes patches. It is a drink. I have stopped taking the handful of supplements that I used to take every day. And now I just take Cellergize because it gives my body what it needs to make good, healthy cells. And in it, there is also the sea buckthorn fruit. And sea buckthorn fruit actually helps boost your body's stem cells as well. So it's an amazing thing that helps the whole body and gives your body what it needs to make good cell creation. Next slide. And they also have Cellergize Evening, which is for the nighttime patches. It also helps with sleep. It helps so that you can feel calm and relaxed and just slip into a nice, deep, supported sleep. And if you're wearing the Alleviate at night, which
first centuries don't know. So when they see it, they know
is,
instantly that it
hold
needs
on just a
from food.
second. of Spain. But there are at least 20 other sites in this area that could still be excavated. And those are probably much, much. Sorry about that, guys.
Thank you.
Anyway, so Cellar Dry's Evening is a great thing for sleep. We also have a new water machine that is coming out that actually infuses the water with light and changes the actual bond sequence of the hydrogen and oxygen. I don't understand all of it, but it infuses the light into the water and it is amazing. There have been people who actually have had repair of bones very quickly. They've had other health things that have just been phenomenally helped. And we are light, and our body needs light for its regeneration. We have a wonderful event that is happening on the January 17th, Saturday, January 17th. It's a Regenerative Cellular Health Summit. We have doctors that are coming and it's going to be a very special thing. There's a complimentary lunch, and there'll be prizes and samples. And I highly, highly, highly recommend that if you have not already gotten your tickets, that you reserve your spot today, and then tell all your friends and family about it, because it really is going to be completely transformative and really help you with your full functionality for the rest of your lives. Next slide, please. Every Monday and Tuesday, we have our patch cast. Today is Magic Monday, and tomorrow is Transformative Tuesday. We have the intros on Magic Mondays and Transformative Tuesdays, and then on Transformative Tuesdays, we also have a deep dive after we have the intro, which is on some kind of health thing. Each week it's different, and it's super enjoyable and quite lovely. And then on Wednesdays, Marcy and her team actually have a patch cast as well from 4 to 5. Next slide. So for me, I feel a social responsibility to share this. I had a traumatic brain injury, excuse me, and I had terrible sensory overwhelm, sensory hangovers. I wasn't able to work, look at electronics bigger than my phone. I wasn't able to drive. And that had been for over 5 years. And Tracey gave me some of these. They looked like a little Band-Aid. And I also am very technical, so it took her 6 weeks to get me to try them, and she had literally given them to me. So I just want to share with everybody. I want to keep dripping on people, letting them know what they are, because it gave me back full functionality. I'm now able to do everything. I no longer have any sensory overwhelm or sensory hangovers, and LifeWave is not able to actually tell people what these patches can do for you. And so they rely on us to tell our testimonials, to tell you what we have found with these patches, because under FDA, these are as classified as a wellness product. So they can tell you that they help you with energy, help you with stamina, help you with faster repair, but they can't tell you that, I had a traumatic brain injury and it gave me back full functionality. So anyway, get back to the person who invited you. I highly recommend that you start utilizing these patches on a consistent day-to-day basis, and marry them to something that you do every day, like brushing your teeth, so that you can actually habit stack and have them become a part of your daily routine. I've had phenomenal, phenomenal success over the 3.5 years that I've actually used them consistently, and had multiple ailments that I had resolve. Anyway, it looks like it's time for us to do our giveaway. Do we have actual new people that are here today?
If you're new, and you'd like to enter to win, please put your name in chat and Cami will add you to our wheel. So, okay, here we go. Spinning away.
Okay, we're ready for this adventure.
All
The
right,
winner
let's
will
do
get a
this.
5-day supply of X39. Looks like it's going to be Eric.
Oh, congratulations, Eric. So you can go to x39winner.com. It's a website, and you'll put in your name, your address, and tell them that you won on Harmony Patching and today's date. So x39winner.com. So congratulations, and we hope that you will be able to come and join us on Saturday, everybody. We're really excited about that. It's very rare. It's been 2 years since we've had a big event like this with two doctors. We've actually never had two doctors speak at the same time. So this is really special. We also have corporate coming, and like Joyce was saying before we got started here, they're very, very generous, and they give away a lot of products. And you'll get to hear some testimonies, and I think it's just going to be well worth your time. And it's just a really cool group of people. I love this community. It's just a beautiful family of people that really care, have big hearts, and just want to help people live a better life. Find, this amazing secret. So we'd love to open it up to questions. Anybody have questions we can answer? Feel free to unmute yourself, or you could type it into chat if you'd prefer to do that. We're here for a few minutes to answer your questions. All right. Well, maybe we just did an awesome, amazing job. Oh, go ahead.
Did we want to stop recording?
Oh, thank you, Cami. I forget that often, don't I? Well, we thank you for joining us. And again, we'll be back here next Monday and Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific.
It looks
Have a
like
great night.
Vanna might have a question.